It's a lovely day today here in the UK. As you can see, the sun is out and everything is looking rather nice outside my window today. Oh, that's better. Sometimes there is nothing better than a lovely, refreshing slurp of water. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of English Addict. And you are very welcome to join me today. Hi everybody, this is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you happy? Are you happy? I hope you are happy today. Do you know why? Because it's Friday. Yes, it is Friday, and you are more than welcome to join in today on English Addict. This is lesson number 2, and I suppose the thought that I want to start with today is there are so many English words around, so many words in the English language. How on earth are we supposed to remember them all? Well, that's the reason why I am here, to make your English learning a little easier, especially if you are like me, an English addict. So welcome. Welcome one and welcome all. Nice to see so many people here today. In today's stream, we will talk about yes and no. Lots of different ways. Did you know there are so many ways of saying yes and no in English? Many phrases, many ways of showing the way you feel about something, whether you agree with it or disagree with it. Also today, we are talking all about your opinion. So we will take a look at an excerpt from one of my lessons where I talk all about giving your opinion. So the two main topics today are saying yes and no, and all the different ways of expressing it, and your opinion coming up a little bit later on. Now, sometimes I like to talk about business English. Business English is something that some people like to learn as a specialist field, especially if you are learning a second language. So there are many words in the English language that refer to what we call specialist fields, areas of expertise. And here is an interesting word. Do you know anyone? Have you ever worked for a person who likes to micromanage? If a person likes to micromanage, it means they take care of everything you do, right down to the smallest detail. So if a person who is in charge of you at your company or the place you work, sometimes they might worry too much about the small details of your job. They watch everything you do, even down to the smallest things that you do in your day-to-day activity. So sometimes you might come across a person who likes to micromanage. So when we say micro, it means small, something that is tiny. And in this case, micromanage means a person who wants to take care of the small things. So sometimes you can get a manager or a boss who always fusses. They always find themselves being concerned about the small things. They are always watching everything you do, even the smallest moments of time. They will watch and they will manage those things. So micromanage is a very interesting business word, and a person who does this can be described as a micromanager. So they like to take care of everything, the big things, the important things, and also the small things as well, the insignificant things. So a little bit later on we are talking all about ways of saying yes and no. You might be surprised by how many ways there are to say yes and no in English. So we have the live chat. Oh, hello to the live chat. Nice to see you here. So let's take a quick look at the live chat. Oh, hello there. Hello, Grace Chin. Guess what? You are first on today's live chat. And as usual, I will give you a super duper big Friday round of applause. Today I am doing something that I haven't done for a long time. Can you guess what it is? Something I haven't done on the live stream for a very long time. If you can guess what it is, I will do it. Even if you can't guess, I will still do it. So what do you think I will be doing today? Something I haven't done for a very long time on the live stream. If you have been watching me for many years, you will know maybe what it is, perhaps. So hello to Grace. What am I doing today? I'm doing something during today's live stream that I haven't done for a long time. Something we are doing for the first time today. We are actually broadcasting the live stream in full HD. Are you impressed? So today we are trying something different. We are actually broadcasting today in full high definition at 60 frames per second. So I am really pushing the boundaries of live streaming today. Never done it before, never tried it before. So we are going to see how that works. Hello, Darla Darla. Hello, Darla Darla. Nice to see you here today. Is it your first time on the live chat? If it is your first time, please say, Mr. Duncan, it's my first time on the live chat. Louis is here. Also, Louis Pignol. Hello, Louis Pignol. Nice to see you here as well. Katerina is watching in Belarus. Thank you very much for joining me. Mika. Thank you, Mika, for staying up until very late in Japan. So I do appreciate it. I know for some people it is very late where you are, whilst for others it is very early. Hello to Hiroko. Nice to see you back again. Business Win, watching in Vietnam. Can I just mention something a little bit serious? One or two of you have been writing to me asking me to make some comments on the terrible events that happened a few days ago, where a number of people were found dead in the back of a refrigerated lorry. Can I just say I don't really want to start talking about that on the live stream because, well, first of all, the investigation is in the early stages, and also I don't feel as if it is an appropriate thing to talk about. But I do thank you for your interest, and you are also asking for my comments. There is not much I can say about the situation, to be honest, except it's a terrible event. It's awful, and I send my condolences to everyone watching in Vietnam. Palmyra is here. Hello, nice to see you back here today as well. Bluesbird, Lina, hello to you as well. There is a great game you can play, by the way. Now, I know a lot of teachers watch my live streams and my English lessons. There is a great game that you can play in the classroom, and it's called the yes-no game. The yes-no game. And it's a great game that you can play with your students. Now, here is how you play it. Here is how you play the yes-no game. What you do is you ask general questions to a student or one person in the classroom. And they have to answer all of the questions without saying yes or no. It sounds easy, but in fact it isn't. And it's a great way of improving a student's vocabulary and also getting them to think quickly in English. So it is called the yes-no game, and you can play it with anyone. So what you normally do is ask them general questions. Questions where the answer might be yes or no. But they have to answer the question without saying either of these words. So it's a great game, and it's also a great way of sharpening a person's use of English. And that's what we're talking about a little bit later on. Flower. Hello, Flower. Nice to see you blooming here on the live stream again. Did you see what I did there? Hello to Bablu, also Shariah. Hello, Mr. Duncan. I am happy to be one of your people who love to learn and improve their English. Thank you very much. I hope you are okay. Muhammad says, I have been following you for more than 5 years. Wow. I hope you are having a good day. Omar. Hello, Omar. Omar, I have to tell you something now. You are far too smart. Well done, Omar. You have guessed correctly. The thing that I haven't done for a long time. Hello, Belarusia. Oh, nice to see you here as well. I didn't spot you on the live stream. Why do you put time on the live stream anymore? Do you mean why don't you put the time? I will be honest with you. I will be very honest with you. I've decided to take the clock away from this because when people watch it on the replay, they think that it's live. So I've decided to take the clock away completely. So there is no clock on the screen anymore, which I think is a good idea. It's also a little bit distracting, I think. So I've taken the clock away, even though I can say now it is 19 minutes past 2 o'clock in the UK on a Friday afternoon. But I've taken the clock away so people don't think that the stream is actually live whilst they're watching. So hi Li Kuang, I hope that answers your question sufficiently. Ooh, sufficient. Sufficient means enough. If you have enough of something, it means it is sufficient. It is suitable. It is enough for you. So I hope my answer was sufficient. I hope my answer was enough for you. Ivan, let's play. Anna, Friday is the best day of the week. Now that there is a Mr. Duncan live stream. Yes, there are. Let me just show you if I can find it. There are some lesson times for those who don't know yet. English Addict Live will be with you on Sunday, Wednesday, and also Friday from 2 p.m. UK time. So you can actually catch my live streams 3 times a week. Sunday, Wednesday, and also Friday as well. I will be with you for those 3 days every week, right up until the end of the year. Hello, Morella. Hello also to Paula, watching in Colombia. Hello, Paula. Nice to see you here. Hello, Katerina. Hello, Katerina. Nice to see you here. I love the live lessons. Me too. I'll be honest with you. I always feel a little bit excited before I do my live stream. I don't know what it is, but it gives me a real rush of adrenaline. My adrenaline is going all around my body and it makes me feel very excited. You might say that I am addicted to the feeling, just like English. So if you are an English addict, you are in the right place. So we have the mystery idiom. Would you like to see today's mystery idiom? Here it is. So this is a simple question. You have to guess what the idiom is from looking at the picture. So here is the mystery idiom for today. That is today's mystery idiom. And there it was, the mystery idiom. If you think you know what it is, please let me know. If you don't know what it is, have no fear, because I will give you the answer at the end of the live chat. So today we are talking about all sorts of things, including, and this is something that I want to mention today, opinion. When we talk about a person's opinion, it is their thought or their idea on a certain subject or about a certain topic. So when we talk about a person's opinion, we are talking about their feelings, the way you feel. So an opinion might also be a point of view. So your point of view is an opinion. And of course you can have a point of view about anything. And at the moment here in the UK, people are making their opinion known about certain subjects because we have a very big event taking place next month here in the UK. Hello also to Mohammed again. My goodness, I missed 20 minutes of the live stream. I gave it a reminder, but it did not notify me. Can I just say, if you do want to follow my live streams, subscribe and also make sure that you activate the notifications so YouTube will tell you when my live stream will be on. However, you can also make a note of these days and also time. Sunday, Wednesday, Friday, 2 p.m. UK time. English Addict live with me. And who am I hear you say? My name is Mr. Duncan and I live in England and I've been teaching English on YouTube. It feels like forever. However, it has only been 13 years. Shall we have a look in the garden? Because the birds are very busy today, even though at the moment they're not there because I think they might be camera shy. But earlier the birds were all on the bird feeder. However, now the camera is turned on, they've all gone away. So we'll check in with the birds a little bit later on. Meanwhile, we are now going to have a look at an excerpt from one of my English lessons where I talk all about a subject that I think is a good subject to actually examine closely. A person's opinion. So when we talk about an opinion, what we are actually doing is asking a person what they think about something, their actual opinion. So here is part 1 of my lesson, all about giving your opinion. Hi everybody, this is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you happy? I hope so. In today's lesson, we will look at a major part of our way of thinking, which has the ability to both join and divide societies around the world, from small groups of people to whole nations. In this lesson, we will talk about giving your opinion.
do you think?
The word opinion means the individual or personal view about something. It is your own thought, and because of this, it does not have to be based on any fact or knowledge. Opinion is usually based on your own idea and how you view that particular subject or situation. An opinion is normally based on two things: what you know and the things you have experienced. Of course, knowing something does not mean that your opinion is correct. The thing you think you know could have come from someone who is also wrong. So saying that your opinion is right because you heard it from another person does not necessarily mean that it is correct. When expressing what you think about something, you give your view. You offer your opinion. You tell us what you believe. You tell it as it is. You tell us what you think. You give your 2 cents. This expression is mainly used in the USA. When 2 or more people are sharing their opinions, we call this a debate or a discussion. Of course, in this situation, the people involved will not have the same opinion. Each person will disagree and challenge each other with their own personal view. Sometimes discussions or debates can become charged with strong emotions, and the people involved may at times become angry. We call this a heated debate. The subject or topic they are talking about may be hard to accept or agree on. The subject can be described as a hot topic. There are many hot topics around, things which people find difficult to agree on. In some situations, we may not agree with each other, while in others we may share the same opinion and all agree unanimously. If we cannot agree on something, then we may end the debate and simply agree to disagree. There are many ways of defining opinion. It's your opinion, your point of view, your angle, your belief, your conviction, your feeling, your idea, your sentiment, your standpoint, your take, your thought, your viewpoint, the way you see it. This chicken is dead. Sometimes the opinion of a professional person will be needed. For example, during a criminal court trial. This person will give evidence based on their professional experience. They are usually referred to as an expert witness. Experts are very useful because their opinion can be trusted. A doctor may be asked to give their medical opinion, especially during an investigation into a suspicious death. Oh dear me, where has that chicken gone? Jazz hands, we're talking jazz hands. Wave those happy jazz hands all day long. Hello there and welcome. I hope you enjoyed that. Part 1 of our 2-part look at giving your opinion. And part 2 will be coming a little bit later on. Would you believe that there are many ways of saying yes and no in English? There are many ways of saying it. You might not believe me, but it is true. So, for example, let's take a look at yes first of all. There are many ways of saying yes in English, and we are going to look at them right now. Here's an interesting way of saying yes. Yep. Yep. So this is an informal way, a very informal way of saying yes. So you might agree with someone, you might say yes, you might allow someone to do something, you will say yes. You can also say yep, yep, instead of yes. So this is informal, it isn't formal. So never use this if you are in a formal situation, such as a job interview. So something where you must show your best side. So yep is often used informally. Sure, sure. We also can say sure, no problem. Yes, yes, sure. So you might ask a person if you can borrow their car, or maybe see them tomorrow, or maybe you want to do something with them at a later date. Would you like to go to the park with me next weekend? Sure. Yes. So that is a great way of giving a lively, polite response. When we want to say yes, we can say sure. I am sure. No problem. Yes. Absolutely. I wonder if anyone got that reference. I wonder if anyone got that little reference I made then. Absolutely. Absolutely, yes. Another way of saying yes, agreeing with something. Maybe you allow a person to do something, borrow something. Maybe you agree with someone's opinion. Absolutely, absolutely. So something you hear that you agree with. Absolutely, I agree with what you say. Yes, yes, you are right. Absolutely. So you are saying yes, you are giving your agreement. You are saying absolutely. Another one, a very useful one, of course. Of course. May I borrow your car? May I use your pen? Of course. Of course. Yes, you can. It's fine. Of course. So if you want to say yes, if you want to agree with something, if you want to allow a person to do something, maybe you agree with them, you can say, of course, of course. Now, sometimes you can start a sentence with of course. I do that quite often. So sometimes you will hear me say, of course, the sun doesn't come out every day. Of course, it isn't always raining here in England. So in that respect, of course means obviously, something that is obvious. Of course it doesn't rain here every day. Of course I don't go to bed late every night. It is something that is obvious, something that happens, and most people are aware of it? Of course. Yes, you can. Another one, which is very useful. That's fine. That's fine. That's okay. I agree. That's fine. Fine. So quite often we will use the word fine to mean good. Maybe a person will ask how you are feeling today. Are you okay today? I'm fine. I'm fine. Things are fine. And if you agree with someone, or maybe you say yes to something, then we can say, fine. That's fine. No problem. No problem at all. If you say yes to something, you give your approval. If you approve of something, you give your approval. You say yes. You give it your approval. So to say yes to something, to agree to something, or agree with something, you give your approval. So this is a way of describing the action of saying yes. If you allow something to happen, if you say yes to something, you give your approval. Sometimes when a girl meets a boy, quite often they will go to visit each other's parents. And quite often they are looking for the parents' approval. They want to make sure that the parents like the boyfriend or the girlfriend. They need their approval. So the go-ahead. So we often say go-ahead. Approval. You allow something to continue. You give your approval. You say, yes, okay, that's fine. I agree. Yes, your girlfriend seems rather lovely. Your boyfriend seems rather polite. I give my approval. Yeah. When we approve of something, we give it the green light. So this is something you might hear used in business. Again, in business English, you might hear that a project or something that is planned has been given the green light. So if you give something the green light, it means it has been approved. Someone has said, yes, okay, go ahead, no problem. They will give it the green light. They have said yes to something. This can also be used as a verb as well. So you can green light something. If you green light something, it means you give it your approval. You say yes. So that is actually the action. So green light can mean the action of approving or the actual approval itself. So you green light something. You give it the go-ahead. You say, yes, sure, you can build that new apartment over there. We have given it the green light. Yeah. And finally, with the yes, go ahead. You give something the go-ahead. You allow something to happen. You give it your approval. Once again, go ahead. No problem. I agree. You are fine. I approve. Go ahead. No problem. So if you say go ahead, or maybe you will give someone the go ahead. So that is a phrase that means to allow a person to continue with what it is they are doing. You say, go ahead, go ahead. You can go ahead with your plans. You can go ahead with your vacation. You can start your holiday. Go ahead. I approve. It is fine by me. Back to the live chat as we continue today. By the way, if you want to get in touch, you are more than welcome to get in touch. There are many ways to get in touch with me, and on your screen right now, you will see some of those lovely magical ways of getting in touch with me. So now there is no excuse whatsoever. There is no reason for not knowing how to get in touch. There are many ways of getting in touch with me. For those who want to see the mystery idiom, if you missed it, we are now having the mystery idiom in our live streams. And here is today's mystery idiom. There it was. Hello to Ivan. Hello also to Jeremy. Hello, Jeremy Smith. It's very nice to see you here today. Louis, you can give a thumbs up to mean yes. So this is actually an action that shows your approval. And this is something that's been around for many years. At school, me and my friend, we used to go around saying, "Are you all right? Are you all right?" as a joke. So that always reminds me of my school days, when my friend and also I used to go around saying, "Are you all right? Are you all right? Are you all right?" So yes, it is a great way of showing your approval, or maybe you can use it as a friendly greeting as well, like I did at school. "Are you all right?" Hello, Professor Duncan. Ooh, I'm not sure about Professor, but I do appreciate your kindness and also my sudden promotion in the world of English. This is English Addict. Every week you can catch me and I will be with you. For those who aren't sure, because this is something new that I've started, Sunday, Wednesday and Friday. So I will be back with you on Sunday from 2 p.m. UK time for those who are wondering what is going on. Christina. Hello, Christina. You are late, but it's okay. Better late than never. That's what I say. Oh, Rolfie. Hello, Rolfie. I see Rolfie is also a little bit late. You are. However, don't worry, because you can watch all of this again later on at your convenience when you have time. I am late. I wish that there was an app that could slap me in the face every time there is an English live stream instead of just the notification. Yes, I think YouTube's notifications don't always work very well. I agree with you there, definitely. Hello, AJ. AJ Panchal. Hello, AJ. Please, sir, can you say my name? I will say your name, and also I will give you a round of applause because I think it might be your first time here. So well done, AJ. I imagine when you woke up this morning, you didn't realise that some strange guy on the internet was going to give you a round of applause, did you? I don't think so, no. In the garden, let's see if the birds have arrived yet. Are there any birds? What? Are you kidding? Where are the birds? They've all disappeared. I don't know why. Come on, birds. Where are you? I have my lovely live camera. But there's no birds. Oh well, maybe later. Well, that was a big fat waste of time, wasn't it? Hindustani says hello to you. Thank you very much. Also to Hailey Kwang. John Senna says, I am also new here. Hello, John. Nice to see you here as well. This is a lot of excitement for a Friday afternoon. I have to be honest with you. I really do. So we have the mystery idiom. Please show us the mystery idiom again. Okay, then. Here is the mystery idiom. It is a mystery idiom. All you have to do is say what you see. And that's it. So there it is, the mystery idiom. For those who want to see it, there it was. We are now going to take a look at part 2 of our lesson all about giving your opinion. And this is something that we like to do. Sometimes we like to give our opinion. We like to express what we are thinking up here in our brains. It may seem strange to some people, but there are times when an opinion must not be given. A good example of this is the way in which news is reported on television. Personal opinions and views must not be expressed by the newsreader. The news must be reported in an unbiased way, and the people who edit the news stories must be impartial. They cannot make any personal comment or express their opinions at all. There are many situations where a debate or an exchange of opinions can take place. In government, there are many debates which are held in order to allow people to have their opinions and points of view expressed openly. This is commonly known as politics. The basic principle of politics is to express these different points of view in an organised way. Each group is called a party, and in turn they represent the various opinions of the population. In politics, the main division between these different opinions is normally very clear. To simplify this, we divide political opinion into two areas, left and right. On the far right, you have the extreme opinions and ideas. Far-right politics tend to be brutal and tough. As we move to the middle, then these opinions soften, and as we move to the left, then the ideas and opinions become more open and less harsh. Of course, it would be fair to say that over the years, extreme views and opinions have existed on both the left and right. Generally speaking, far-right political thinking is no longer viewed as acceptable. History has shown that this form of opinion achieves very little. Most politics these days can be described as moderate, especially when talking about the right wing. These days we tend to use the words conservative to describe the right and liberal to describe the left. In the USA, the Democrat Party is seen as liberal or centre-left, and the Republican Party is seen as being conservative or centre-right. Here are some words connected to giving your opinion. Discussion. To talk about a particular subject. You discuss something. Topic. A subject. The thing you are discussing. The theme of the discussion. Debate. A conversation involving people with opposite or differing opinions. Stalemate. When both sides of a debate or discussion cannot reach any agreement. Dialogue. The words spoken in a debate, the words which have been said, or those that must be used. The action of talking. Common ground. the parts of a debate that both sides decide to agree on. Having an opinion about something is what makes you and me the people we are. We may not always agree with each other, but the fact that we are talking is an important one. Communication and dialogue help to break down the walls that divide us. The English language gives us a chance to share our opinions and put forward our thoughts and ideas. We may agree to disagree, but at least we are talking. As I always say, the one thing we all have in common on this planet is our individuality, and as long as we keep talking and sharing our opinions, then there is hope for all of us.
What do you think?
And there it was, part 2 of giving your opinion. And it's live, English Addict. For a Friday, I hope you will have a good weekend. We are coming towards the end of today's live stream. We have around about 15, maybe 10 or 15 minutes left. Quite a few people I want to say hello to. Mr. Duncan. If Mr. Duncan won't show it again or won't answer your question, you can watch again and catch it. Oh, I see. Ivan says, in Russia, the left are the communists and the right are liberal. I suppose it depends whereabouts you are in the world. Now, in that video, I did mention left and right politics and also centre politics. However, I do remember when I first published that lesson, I had a lot of complaints from people who said that I was giving my opinion. In fact, I wasn't. I was just stating the basics of giving your opinion and, I suppose, the political spectrum as we often see it. So that's it, really. I was not giving my opinion, for those who are wondering. Rakib is here. Hello, Rakib. Apparently it is thundering and it is actually light rain at the moment. So not heavy rain, light rain. I like light rain. I don't like heavy rain. Do you think it is good if we have an English addiction? I think English addiction is pretty good because then your English will improve very quickly. So look at me. I have been an English addict for over half a century. And look how good my English is. Every day I like to use my English. Pachu is here. Oh, hello. It looks like you are a little bit late today. Rolfie says, I do like the USA political debates. The last debates between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump were very interesting. I think political debates can be interesting as long as there is some substance. However, what I've noticed these days with many political debates is that people say very little. So a lot of it has no meaning. We call that rhetoric. So a lot of politics nowadays is just about making promises that you won't keep, or making the future look brighter than it will be. And quite often we will talk about the past being worse than it actually was. So I think sometimes politics is a good thing. I think it is very good and healthy to have the ability to express your opinions. I think that is a very good thing. Whatever side of the political spectrum you happen to sit. Christina says, I do like the freedom of expression. Unfortunately, nowadays, it is easy to watch TV and understand sometimes that reports are manipulated. If you manipulate something, it means you change the appearance or the meaning of something. You do things that make one thing seem like another thing. So it can happen. Quite often in television, you might see things being manipulated. I like that word. Yamato is here. Hello, Yamato. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you here as well. Is it your first time, Yamato? I have a feeling that it is. Can I say congratulations and welcome to my live stream? Another very surprised viewer. Did you think that you would be getting applause when you woke up this morning? Biblapa, are there any chicks out there? Do I count? I'm a bit of a chick. At least I was. Maybe a chick magnet. Hello, Louis. Politics nowadays is more communication than opinion. I suppose so. Here in the UK, we are preparing for a general election. So lots of politicians at the moment are wandering around trying to get us to vote for them. Hello, Sedji. Sedji asked, can you say hello to my girlfriend? A big hello to Sergi's girlfriend. What is your girlfriend's name? So I can say hello to your girlfriend personally. Hello to Yamato again. Mohammed says, my country has a presidential election this month in Sri Lanka. I think so, yes. There are many elections taking place around the world. As I mentioned a few days ago, in October, I mentioned that politics and the political situation around the world is very chaotic at the moment. So we have some words that mean no, and that is what we are talking about today. We are talking about uses of the word yes and no. So here is one way of saying no. If you don't want to do something, if you disagree with something, if you want to show that you do not agree, you can say, no way, no way. If you say, no way, you are actually saying, no. No way. I'm not doing that. No way. So quite often we will put forward our feelings in a very strong way. When we say this, we are saying no, strongly. No way. There is no way that you're over 50, Mr. Duncan. No way. So you might say also that this is a way of showing that you refuse something, or maybe you don't believe something. You say, no way. I'm sorry, my answer is no, definitely not. No way. No way. Another way of saying no is, I don't think so. I don't think so. Again, you are putting your opinion across quite strongly. I don't think so. Do you want to marry me? I don't think so. Shall we get together and have a relationship and be together for the rest of our lives? I don't think so. So this is a very strong way of getting across your refusal to do something, or maybe a very strong way of saying, no, I don't think so. If you are very sure, you can say, definitely not. Definitely not. So Again, you are putting your feelings forward strongly. Definitely not. Would you like to go out with me? Maybe we can go for dinner tonight at a beautiful restaurant, and then maybe you can come back to my place and we can have a cup of coffee together. Definitely not. So that is a very blunt way of saying no. Definitely not. Here's a good one. This is often used in a humorous way. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. So in this sense, the word watch means whilst I am around, whilst I am involved. So the thing I am doing, if I am connected to this thing in some way, not on my watch, that is definitely not going to happen. Not on my watch. So maybe I am working at a supermarket and I am the guard in the supermarket. And someone might come up to me and say, "Excuse me, have you ever let a shoplifter out of the shop without catching them?" And I will reply with, "Not on my watch. It never happens. I always catch them. I always catch the shoplifters." If you are thinking of coming into my shop to steal things, my advice is think again. Think again. That means reconsider your opinion. Reconsider the thing that you are thinking about doing. Reconsider your intention. Think again. I don't think so. No way. Think again. So maybe you have the wrong opinion or the wrong answer. I will ask you to think again. Not on your Nelly. I love this one. So this is one you might hear in British English. A person who is saying no, quite often in a humorous way. So this sounds funny, doesn't it? It sounds funny. So not on your Nelly. It means that's never going to happen. No way. I'm not going to do this. Not on your Nelly. Would you like to come with me to a beautiful tropical island for a long vacation? We can spend all of the time together. And you might reply, not on your Nelly. No way. It's not going to happen. Another reply might be, not in a million years. This is never going to happen. No way. No, it's not going to occur. It's never going to happen. Anything you ask, I will always say no. It will never change. My opinion will not change, and I will never say yes to anything that you ask. Not in a million years. It is never going to happen. Another strong way of saying no, not a chance in hell. Not a chance in hell. No chance. No, definitely not. I am sure that it won't happen. There is not a chance in hell that I will ever marry you. Oh, here's a good one. I like this one. No way, Jose. No way, Jose. Definitely not. So this, again, is humorous. It is a humorous way of saying no, definitely not. No way, Jose. It's definitely not happening. So when we say no, we will turn down something. Quite often, if you have something offered to you, you might say yes and you will accept. Or you might say no and you will turn down the offer. So when you turn down something, it means you say no. You refuse the offer. You turn down the offer. Maybe someone offers you a job at their company, but you think that the salary isn't very high. So you turn down the offer. You turn down the job interview. You turn down their offer. You say no. Sometimes when you say no, you have to be very harsh or blunt. But sometimes you have to say no in a polite way. And one way to say no in a polite way is, I'm afraid not. I'm afraid not. So this is a polite way, a nice way, a kind way, gentle, polite. Sometimes being polite is very important. So here is a very polite way of saying no. I'm afraid not. Sorry, Mr. Duncan. I don't want to go on a date with you. I'm afraid not. It's never going to happen. So there's some ways of saying no, and earlier you saw some ways of saying yes. We will be going soon, although we do have just enough time to give the answer to today's mystery idiom. So here it is. So the mystery idiom, to give you a clue, this is something that is positive. So even though the picture looks negative, it's actually a positive phrase. And here comes the answer right now. Are you ready? I wish I had a drum roll, but I don't. I have a chicken roll and a cheese roll, but unfortunately I don't have a drum roll. Here it is. The answer to today's mystery idiom is in the pink. Ah, you see? So the man is in the pink. So you see, you just say what you see on the picture. So the phrase is in the pink. And the meaning of this phrase is to feel healthy and fit. A person who looks well and in good spirits can be described as being in the pink. So there it was. Today's mystery idiom, and on Sunday there will be another mystery idiom coming your way as well. It is almost time for me to go. Thank you for your company today. I hope it's been useful. Sometimes we have to use our no power to protect our integrity. I think so. Or maybe your honour. So sometimes saying no isn't easy. It isn't easy to say no. Sometimes saying no can be one of the hardest things to do. I think so. It can be very difficult to do. Thank you to Rosa. Thank you also to My Farts Taste Like Latex. Says hello. Hello to you as well. Very nice. I am feeling in the pink. Thank you very much to Mika. Thank you, Mika. That's lovely. Thank you, Pachu. Thank you also to Maria. Not on your Nelly. I don't understand the word Nelly. The word Nelly is actually a word that is used as a name for a lady. So a lady can be called Nelly. It is actually a very old-fashioned name. So there aren't many women called Nelly anymore. However, there is a rap star, a rap artist called Nelly. So there. And also there is a song about an elephant called Nelly the Elephant. And Nelly the Elephant packed her trunk and said goodbye to the jungle. Off she went with a trumpety trump, 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 trump. And the song goes on and on. I'm going now. Thank you, Noemi. Thank you, Khalid. Thank you, Hiroko. Thank you very much for your company today. I am back on Sunday. Here are the lesson times. Sunday, Wednesday, Friday, 2 p.m. UK time. Those are the times when I'm on YouTube. I will be back on Sunday. I hope you've had a good time. I wonder if the birds have arrived. Let's have a look. Oh, there is one bird. A nuthatch. Hello, Mr. Nuthatch. Oh, he's gone. And that's it. It's almost time for me to go. Thank you, Hi. Thank you, Magilia. Thank you also to Grace. Thank you very much for your company today. This is Mr. Duncan in the birthplace of English saying thanks for watching me. It's been lovely having you here today. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will be back with you on Sunday as well. So don't forget, I'm back on Sunday from 2 p.m. UK time. And I think also on Sunday, Mr. Steve might be here as well. So Mr. Steve might be here. I'm not sure at the moment. But Mr. Steve should be here on Sunday. And of course, you know what's coming next. Until we meet again here on the YouTube. Ta-ta for now.